Previously on drawing a cute girl with elemental powers. This is Ash, the fire elemental. Her name is Mizu, she's the girl with water powers. The next one I draw will be Alizée, the wind elemental. Well, hello there, I'm Detroit. I can't help but see new faces in the class today. First of all, welcome. I'm glad you've joined us right on time. If you want to subscribe before we start, that's the red button under the screen. Now, would you like a bit of recap of what we are doing here? Great! We are drawing cute girls with elemental powers. It's all over the internet nowadays, so I kinda wanted to do something like this too. It started with Ash, or Ashley, the fire girl. Then we moved on to Mizu, or Mizuka, the water elemental. As I said in the previous episode, that you can watch clicking the link that appeared on top of the screen, this time we'll be drawing Alizée, the wind girl. As I am continuing the sketching process for this one, I want to talk about the style evolution of these drawings. You see, with Ash, since she was the first, I was kinda all over the place in terms of style. I didn't have a definite image of what I wanted the drawing to look like. With her big almond-shaped eyes and the curves made of straights and angles, her style reminded me a bit of American cartoons that tried to emulate Japanese animation. And that's all good. Again, I didn't know what style I wanted. But because I know myself and I've seen all of my own drawing videos, I know that I tend to change styles randomly with almost every drawing I do. That wouldn't do for the Elemental Girls project. All of these girls are sisters, so they should at least be in the same style. Especially if I rearrange all their pictures at the end to make a panel showing the whole family. If each and every one of them is a different style, it's simply weird. So that was my idea for the entire set. Now comes Mizu, the second girl I gave life to. Straight out of the gate, her shape is much more softer than Ash's. Her eyes are rounder and her overall appearance is more manga-ish. So I'm only at 2 this far and I already have a style issue. The proportions are still kinda okay between them, so at least this works. Which brings us back to today's girl, Alizée. Along the process, I ended up making her look a bit more realistic than the other two in terms of proportions, so I had to change that so she would match her sisters. Now let's talk a bit about the process of drawing her. I found a bunch of different standing poses, a bit bashful, on Pinterest. It's a bit of an anime pose, like the other girls. My sketch, the blue layer, was surprisingly easy to draw out of thin air. That's usually fishy when it happens, and today is no exception. You'll see that a few mistakes remained after the sketch was done, which I had to change during the line art part. As their names imply, usually you work out all the kinks during the sketch, not after. The position of the arm in relation to the breast especially was hard to put correctly. The feet were also wrong. And I forgot to sketch something for the hair, which I only remembered 2 hours later in the drawing process, at the very end. After the sketch, as I said, I moved on to the line art. I didn't do the line art in black immediately, I first did it with green. That's a trick so that you don't unconsciously think that it's permanent, like the black ink would be, and so it's easier to change it. I learned that on Drawfee from Julia Le Petit. That's all because, again, my sketch was weirdly easy to make. After green, I moved on to black. A bit early, as I had not yet fixed the arm and stuff. I should have waited a bit, but instead I started blocking out shapes and coloring. Using 1 layer per color group, I roughly draw the skin, the onesie and the hair. Is it called a onesie? Like the pants dress thing? Onesie is for pajamas, so that's not it. Like, Alizée likes to wear it a lot, so I drew her in it. I chose blue for the clothes. My reasoning was that Alizée is the wind girl, but wind is hard to draw, so maybe make something that resembles the sky? Sky blue. That's basically it. And that's Alizée's favorite color. For the hair, I started with shades of grey, but the drawing lacked the colorfulness of the other 2 girls. I changed it to a soft desaturated green, simply because in my eyes it worked well. By now, I'm sure my commentary is late compared to what's on screen, so you've already seen her change skin color. Actually, the proportions of Alizée's face change as well at the same time. I did that off camera at some point to make her match the proportions of her sisters. The reason for her change in skin tone is that the light skin I chose before didn't work with her clothes and with the other girls' skin tones. With Ash and Mizu next to her, Alizée looked too flat, so I needed more contrast. And I think it worked very well. Honestly, I think she's really cute now, and the pants dress work even better. One thing is, she shouldn't have that shy smile on her face. She needs to be more confident. She is much more confident than the other two girls, of whom I've already talked in their respective videos. Alizée is strong and fast and smart. She is very motherly in nature and she's always been the support of her sisters. She's like the pillar of the family. The girls don't have a mother, so she chose to become her in a way. Alizée is competitive and fierce, but not so much in physical aspects. She's got brains and she's not afraid to use them. Puzzles, enigmas, escape rooms, she likes them all. She's a puzzle solver at its finest. If she weren't the wind/air elemental, she would definitely have become an engineer of some sort. Tackle problems and find solutions, that's a jam. That's also what makes her fit to lead the family in day-to-day life. Back to the art process, nearing the end I decided to make her pants semi-transparent to show the outline of the legs inside of it. I also decided to give her a second tuft of hair on the other side of her face. With that head, it kinda looked too much like a lightning bolt, so with two, I could make it look like the wind was blowing it around, which would be natural. If you remember, during Mizu's process, I wanted to find a bunch of staples that would link all the girl drawing together. One of them was the hair/eye color. For Alizée it was hard to paint her in wind colors, so I'll skip over that this time. Another thing was to picture the element in the image and have some sort of triangle pattern, like the shadow on Ash or the motif of Mizu's outfit. Here, I did both in one. The triangle pattern is simply the air movement that surrounds Alizée. She even made herself an air bracelet. As I'm showing you the final result and all the girls together, I would like to ask you which element you wish me to represent next in the form of a cute girl thirst trap the internet loves so much. I have no idea which of the other sibling I'm going to draw for the fourth part of this series, so I'm relying on you in the comments. I really like this project, and there are so many more elements to explore. If you like it too, please show it by subscribing and liking this video. You can also check out all of my art on my Instagram at d3_sd or chat with me on Twitter at d3. I'll see you soon in the next video. Love you, bye!